Hmm?
I said you ain't got to be in a hurry. It's all right.
Oh, I'm not in a hurry.
You're not.
No.
All right.
episode
31.
31.
31. Brad, you've gotten older. Being married to
And
Kim
be- and-
really.
And better looking.
Dang.
He's probably driving here now.
No, yeah, he might be. He might. We've got one more mic if he still wants to come join us. Brad called me about a little over an hour ago, and he said, I'm not going to be able to make it. He said, I'm feeling a little under the weather. He said, everybody at my house is. So it's like, all right, just me and Bo tonight. And then kind of thought of a few people. I asked a couple out. It's not enough time. I ain't got enough time to get there, or well, I'm already out of town, or whatever. And then we were planning on talking about the cost of sprint car racing. I said, I know somebody that knows the cost of sprint car racing more than anybody, and he's
unfortunately
we're on his property. I would say you're a special guest, but really, I guess technically we're the guests because this is your shop. So,
that's okay.
It's
all good.
We rent the studios.
Yeah, we rent it.
Yeah.
We rent it for a
y'all do?
Small fee.
Yeah. Okay. Checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Checks in the mail. That's what I'm
We
doing.
put it in there a while back.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you know.
Should be getting it any day.
No, you know how the postal service is.
I'm about to say the postal service in Tipton County is pretty rough.
Yes, it is.
Easy. They might be listening.
I don't care. They need to know.
They're terrible.
Yeah, they need to know. They're awful. But anyhow, we're here once again, episode 31. And real quick, did you do anything interesting this past week?
Check your mic.
My mic?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my mic?
Well, no, it may not be.
Let's see. Black. Let's see. I got me and you have the black one. Neither one of ours is working. That's
Mine working?
yeah. You're picking me up.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think your mic is picking up. Is my mic green or is it?
Hang on. Dadgummit. I thought we were gonna have a good week this time. Hold on a second. Look at that monitor. Tell me if you see anything change. See anything change?
No.
Like you gotta talk a little bit.
Talk a little bit.
Not you. Let me do it.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think that's going to be
Not doing anything.
Uh-uh.
Well, that's what makes the black mics work.
Hang on. Oh,
What about
something
ours?
back.
No,
I think
that's
that
good.
might be us. Say something.
Me? I'm saying something.
It's working.
All right, black's on again.
What about now? Is it working now?
Nope.
What the heck?
Here. Well, you're connected.
There
Though.
we
There
go.
we go.
It's
That's
working
good.
now. Okay. All I did was flip that cord over. It's a USB-C cord, and all I did was
Maybe
just
just
turn
had
it
a
over.
bad connection.
I guess so. All right. More technical difficulties. We're known for that.
Shout out to JoJo for giving us some insight on that one.
On what?
On
Oh,
that sound.
the
Mike's
sound.
That's
not
what I was
working.
checking with. I knew he was tuned in, so I checked, make sure we could hear. Cause I
Is
just
he
felt
really?
Like something was off.
Are you really at the bar right now, JoJo? Are you being for real right now? I think he said.
That's
you
a
said he
direct
was
question, JoJo. So
Yeah, he
better
said-
answer truthfully.
Yeah, he said. He said he was at the bar and he was going to try to get us on this, put up on the TV.
Oh,
We
really?
were going to give him a shout out so everybody knew he was somebody. Like we're somebody. We have 355
Hey,
subscribers,
we got a podcast.
I appreciate every one of those, but it's not like we got 100,000 subscribers or anything like that. It's
Well,
not
we'll
like
get there.
it's not like we're Mr. Beast or anything.
You gotta have one to have 100. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Pennies make dollars.
You're right.
he said I was. I just left. So he didn't put us up on the board.
Oh,
on
man.
the TV.
On
at
the
Good
thing.
move, JoJo.
Yeah, good move.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. Glad you're out of there.
Yeah, man. All right. Did we do anything interesting this past week?
Well, we went and ran some go-karts.
We did.
We didn't run the race that we wanted to run because I fell through on that deal and didn't get us. I didn't read all of the fine print, and we had to have a transponder. Now, had we registered on time, it was a last-minute deal from the get, but had we had a transponder, we could have still got in, but the transponder was going to be another $500, and we I didn't want to spend another five. I think it was actually $550. So
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought it was about $500, but it may have been. I think it was four.
Each?
No, we
we
just
just
have
needed
one.
one.
Per
We were
cart.
all racing the same
Yeah.
cart. That other one was going to be endurance race when we
Okay.
swapped out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we pulled an audible. We went to Memphis to the Autobahn, and we beat the fire out of some 12-year-olds. Man, we whooped. They didn't.
We
see
beat
it
the
coming.
fire out of everybody that was in there. The 12-year-olds, any adults we raced with, couldn't nobody hang with us.
Yeah.
All three of us. We took Noah, our buddy Noah, with us, and
he got me on the last session.
He
by
got
half
me
a
on the
tenth,
couple.
or
I had
half
some.
What was it? It was
I
like
don't remember.
it wasn't even like it was barely a little over 100.
He still got you, though.
He still got me.
Big L.
But I was 5 out of 6. I think that's a pretty good little record there.
Brad and I made top 5.
All those 12-year-olds went home crying.
They did. I mean, we made them cry. But yeah, we made top 5.
Dude, some of them 12-year-olds were ruthless, man. I saw Noah was going around, and this kid stopped in the middle of the track. I mean, the brakes are pretty touchy on those carts. So when you hit them, you got to be ready for what the cart's going to do. He wasn't, and it locked the cart down and stopped, and Noah bumped him. I mean, he just cut him inside and bumped him on the outside a little bit. Well, this kid got back on the throttle, and that was a left-hand turn. The next turn was a right-hand turn, and Noah had the outside. That kid never turned. He just went straight right for the wall.
That same kid, we were coming down the front stretch, like right up, I call it the front stretch, the big long part on the right there where we walk on the racetrack or walk over to the pit area. We're going through there, and he looks dead at me and just takes a right and just hits me. And I just kind of looked at him, and I'm like, wow, okay, all right. And
that's one of the kids that their parents gonna buy him a ride.
Probably so. Yeah. Oh, he's good. He was 4 seconds off the pace, but he really was. He was 4 seconds.
But he
slower
took
than
the
we were.
leaders out, so he didn't have to.
He wrecked.
He wrecked them. That's how he got up front.
He'd be perfect for West Memphis.
Yeah,
but
I will say that was only 2. That was only we ran 6 races. That was only 2 of the races. The other 4 were pretty good races. There was one woman, I don't know who she was, but she was about the only person that had any racecraft that we ran into all day, because she made her cart 3 carts wide.
She was
for all of us.
She was a lot better than her husband, and her husband said he run dirt modifieds in Louisiana.
Yeah, she was slow as Christmas.
She was faster than he was.
She was slow as Christmas, but she did not miss her marks.
She didn't.
It was very impressive. It took a long time to get around her. I mean, we ended up bumping each other or using each other to get around her.
Sometimes going slower goes faster. She would not miss the mark.
She wouldn't.
She was spot on.
He might have lost his ride when he got home.
He might have.
She may be driving.
If they're listeners, he might be losing it now.
Yeah.
She might be getting a big
I
head.
said something to Bo. I said, we ought to get us a banner. I wonder how much they charge us to put a Let Her Eat podcast banner in the hallway or something.
I forgot to ask on the way out.
I didn't think about it either.
I didn't think about it anymore.
Well, I was so irritated on them kids.
Oh man, that was irritating.
Before it was over, I was like, I think I'm ready to go home. But that guy that he's talking about, and I know people probably don't care about this. It's just funny to us, but that kid that he's talking about, that one that just took a right and run over me, he knocked the fire out of Noah. Okay, and this is after he'd done hit me, and he knocked me out of the way, and he went by, and so did Noah, and that's when he hit Noah, knocked Noah out of the way. So he gets in front of Noah, and I saw that the corner over in the far corner of the building, right before it takes that hard right hander. You're supposed to swing out and go into that corner. Noah did not swing out. He was aiming straight at that kid. And I knew what he was doing, and I was probably this far from him. I got squared up with Noah, and I never checked up. I knew exactly what he was about to do, and I just pushed Noah right into him, and we just sent that kid straight into the wall.
His parents are listening right now, just so you know.
His parents need to teach him how to drive.
Regardless, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
Y'all got to remember, Brandon hates kids.
I know, but I say it's...
I wasn't going to say it. I thought it earlier when you said that. But.
Yeah, it's just something about those kids, man, those pesky kids. But anyway, it was fun. We had a good time. We'll have to do it again. But before we do that again, we decided we need a party of 8 so we can have our own party, and we ain't racing with a bunch of people that are...
Our last 2 laps, we spent about 5 laps at full power. the rest of them were either caution laps or they had them turned down so these kids could get around the track.
Yeah.
Which, it's irritating when you pay that much to go race 12 laps.
Yeah.
And you're already there longer than you planned on being anyway. It's like, these stupid kids, man. I don't hate the kids, though.
See, he said it, not me.
They were stupid kids, but that's not because I'm hating them.
Well,
they're dumb.
They don't care. I'm there.
No.
I want to try to get quick time. They're just there to enjoy the ride, But
they just driving a go-kart.
Well, you can't enjoy it if you ain't at full power. That's the way I look at it.
Well, to them it is. To them, they thinking they're flying, and it's go-karts, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just supposed to be fun, but anyhow.
Yeah. It was a good time though. We did have
a good time though, but we showed them where the bar is at and where they need to be.
So why wasn't I invited?
Why wasn't you invited?
You could come.
Y'all afraid y'all couldn't win?
I didn't think you liked it. I didn't think you cared for it too much. Anyway, did you have a good day on Traco?
Hell yeah.
You get a lot done?
Had a blast.
Did
you?
Yeah,
had a good day.
Yeah.
Good day.
Get you a ditch dug all the way around, get it to where it's not flooded.
Man. It's like being in the ocean out there.
Yeah.
Everywhere I turn, water's backed up on it right now.
Yeah.
So,
you got heat in that cab?
I do. Thank goodness.
That'd have been a rough day if you didn't.
Hey, at lunch when I didn't service this morning, I was gonna wait till lunch and service, and it was literally icicles hanging off the bucket.
It was cold
at 12 o'clock.
I was glad to have some office work this morning. I had to get caught up on. I didn't want to go out and work in it. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow, but.
Meanwhile, I'm out there sandblasting. Y'all's in the
cab. You sandblasting today?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I was freezing to death out there.
Well, good. Tomorrow you can turn the ovens on then.
Yeah. Well, I've already powder coated what I sandblasted, so I'm back to square one.
I think I'd have planned that a little bit different. I think I'd have
sandblasted. You had a bunch of stuff in there to powder coat.
I do. I still do. But I got more out there to sandblast now. So, but anyway, well, all right. We got stuff we want to get into. I want to get to the obvious one. The name of the podcast I had is Cost Kills, and this guy, and I was trying to pull it up earlier. I thought I'd figured out how to share my screen to where we could watch the video together. What was his name? Brad sent it to us in the group text today. Just Tony, I think it's Tony Rost, I think is his name, and he was on. It was a podcast, Team Code. What was that called?
Hang on.
I think that's what it was.
Wrong group.
Real quick. I don't know if I can still pull it up or not. I was gonna.
How far back was that? Golly.
It's in our text messages. It was from today.
Team Netcode
is Netcode.
What it's posted on, and the guy's name.
I think it's Tony Rost. I think it's
Tony Rost.
He races at Knoxville, apparently from the video that I watched.
Yep.
And he broke down a little bit of the cost of running a 360 sprint car in Knoxville. And he broke it down to $8 a second on the racetrack is what he spent.
Wow.
He said it's $136 a lap.
Yeah.
Essentially. And he was trying to, He didn't say anything about like a startup cost or anything. He was just saying about $3,800 minimum just to drop the door and run the race.
Yeah, that's just the operating costs, and
I think he's being generous.
He did put an engine refresh in there, but it was none of the original purchase cost was added into that $3,800.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that sounds really cheap.
Yeah, I think he was being awful generous. I think it's probably more like $16 a lap, or $16 a second. I mean, but and again, that was for a 360. But I mean, I don't know what he's figuring in for an engine fresh. He said he's running
15,000.
I think it was 15,000 for engine fresh.
My math must be rusty.
Well, that's why you're here. You're the expert. So, like,
what? Don't be putting me on the spot now.
What do you mean?
We got plenty of time.
We got plenty of
time. Take your time. You need a notepad? I can get it.
Yeah.
I'm not in my truck.
I need a piece of paper and a pencil with an eraser.
I say I got a notepad here if you want to write it down. If you want to.
I mean, you can. I mean, back when we first started running sprint cars, even Chris Santucci told me, he said, you better figure $1,000 a night for your engine. And,
that was 2012.
For
yeah,
a 360.
for a 360.
Man.
And $1,000 a night. And I thought that was a little high then, but I could freshen an engine then for, man, it was $5. He must be freshening his own engines, first of all. He's got to be. Westmar was doing our engines back then, and it was about $5,000 to $7,000, depending on if we had to put valves in them or not. You go get one done today. The last one I had done was $15,000, 15 or 16. You remember?
It was almost $16,000 to freshen it.
Yeah. So we've gone from 5,000 to 15,000. So that's triple. No, I don't know where. I don't know how I don't know if he's stealing the tires, stealing the fuel, maybe. I don't know.
He said,
just kidding, dude.
He also did say 2 tires a night. That was his limit. So he's gonna mess up 2 tires. So that's $800 right there. Instead, I mean, how often do you? I mean, there are plenty of nights we just ran 2 tires. But there's also plenty of nights where we had to run 3 tires because one got damaged.
I was going to say it's pretty typical of us to have at least 3 because
we'll change stagger.
We're going to change stagger, so we're going to run at least 3 tires, at least.
And I remember in Texas one night we went through 6.
Yeah, we
quick,
went
fast,
through,
and in a hurry.
We went through almost a brand new set hot laps alone that night. Which Texas Motor Speedway is pretty well known for tearing up tires.
Yep.
I don't know what it's been like because it's been so long since we even went there. But I don't know what it's been like in a while.
Isn't that where Reitzel took a rock to the head last year? Wasn't that Texas?
Is that where that was?
I think that was Texas.
Maybe it was.
Brad, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah. Are you seeing comments? Where did you see JoJo say anything? Because
I'm on Snapchat. I hollered at him.
Oh, you're on Snapchat.
I was already talking to him on Snapchat. So.
Well, tell him to be answering on YouTube because that's kind of where we need him to be commenting. Goofball.
He'll hear you.
Yeah, he'll hear me. Yeah, dude, you got to comment on YouTube.
I did ask him on Snapchat though.
Okay.
That whole deal. I just had a feeling something wasn't right.
Oh, okay.
So I asked him what it sounded like.
Oh, okay.
That was me.
Yeah. So I want to figure in like if somebody new coming in wants to run sprint cars, what does it cost to get started? So where do we need to start? What's the first thing we're getting? We're getting cars, right? And more than likely you're going to start used. So
you should.
especially
if you've ever driven a sprint car, yes, we need to start used.
Just for reference here, so I looked at J&J. J&J was the easiest one I thought of, and I got a few more. But J&J, for everything they provide, it's not a complete rolling car because they don't have a rear end in here, and obviously the wheels, the wings. Let's see. I got master cylinder, so I got all the brake stuff, and that equals up to $15,274.51 according to their website. That's everything that they provide.
They got different kits though, don't they?
Well, this is the most you can get.
This is bronze spanking new.
Yeah, this is everything new.
Did you say it does not include wheels?
No, it doesn't have wheels. Doesn't have a rear end. Doesn't have wings. It does have the bird cage with the bearing.
The rear end and the wheels another $5,000.
Torsion arms. I mean, it's got everything that they can make essentially. And what'd you say?
I said the rear end and the wheels another $5,000.
Yeah, if you're buying it new, it's about $850 a wheel.
And that's not buying the fancy stuff. Like a rear end's $2,800 for the XR2s.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we've got used wheels for sale for $450, I think, and a new one's $860.
Yeah,
hear that? Half price.
Yep.
Come get you
got
some
2 new ones for $800.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the way we priced our stuff is about half of new or a little less. But
okay, so what are we missing? We still have a set of wings, and the set of wings is you got $880 for a top wing if you buy them from I just drew a blank. Scott Fraser and Why did I drop a blank?
Why did I can
Dang.
see him, Johnson, Larry.
Larry Johnson. I don't
Johnson.
know why I couldn't think of
Sorry,
that.
Larry.
Sorry, about to say sorry, Larry. So $880 for a top wing if you're buying from Larry. Well, I don't remember what the nose wing. We'll just call it $200. That's probably a little high, but we'll call it $200.
It's $1,000, basically.
Yeah, essentially a little over $1,000.
Then you got to bring them to the powder coat shop.
Yeah. Then you got to powder coat them.
Then you got to letter them.
Yep. And you also got to have a fuel cell. Fuel cell's not on here. And a fuel cell, I looked, and it was anywhere from $3,900 to $5,000 for a fuel cell now.
I probably use them too cheap.
Yeah. You haven't bought anything for the like you haven't bought a fuel pump, you haven't bought a high speed, anything like that. I don't even know if
A Waterman pump's $800, for a new one.
Yeah. Let's see.
We got them for $4.
It didn't say anything. I don't think it said anything about a steering box. I could be wrong. Like I said, we're just kind of going through real quick here.
I think a new steering box is $2,800 or so for a KSE.
Okay. So where are we at?
Right I don't know. I lost track.
I wasn't writing it down.
I don't even.
Me.
I don't even
Dang,
like
I
to
didn't
think
know I
about
was supposed to be keeping
supposed
track.
You got to be keeping track of it.
You said 15.
So I said 15. 15 2. Just say 15 2.
And 5 for the wheels in the rear end.
That's 20,000.
200,000. Then the steering box is gonna put you 23.
Yep, that'd be 23.
Fuel tank was 5.
Fuel tank was anywhere from 3,900 to
28.
5.
8.
What else are we missing?
Wing.
Oh yeah.
It said the wing.
1,500 powder and everything.
Just
powder and letters.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
1,500. So
Just
you're
say
at 29.5. Tax on all that. Now you're at 32.5.
All right. So then you haven't even bought an engine yet.
Nope.
So are you going 360 racing, 305 racing, or 410 racing? So I guess we got to go pick one or the other. I guess we'll just say 360 racing.
Say don't go 305.
We'll go.
Somebody's going to hop on Facebook and they're going to start putting all 6 of the cars that are on there right now for $12,000.
Yeah.
And you can go buy to roll.
Yeah.
305 is a little bit different story.
We'll go 360. So 360. I mean, also depends on who you go to, what all you do to it. Wouldn't you say 60s? Probably
50 to 60.
50 to 60 is probably your minimum. So now you're at 82,000.
I was thinking when we started this conversation, you're gonna eat $100,000 up.
Yeah, pretty quick
for a brand new car.
If you go brand new, but half that. Say everything's used. If you halved everything, you're still looking at 50 grand.
40, 50 grand.
40 or 50 grand if you go buy it. Which, by the way, if there's anybody out there listening, we got 3 cars back here. Roller. You buy the roller for 13 grand. You get 2 free frames. One has a body. But anyhow, just throwing that out there.
Well, then
what is this? A sales pitch?
That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is.
And the thing about it, aren't some of the 410s anywhere from 70 to 90 now?
Yeah, if they're new. Yeah.
If new.
Yeah.
New.
I think you can get into a 410 higher than that. I did this. So a couple weeks ago, I think it was the last time Brad wasn't here. I said something on the podcast I knew would get some kickback in our group message about the cost of going racing, late models versus sprint cars.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
Well, I knew that, and I went home and I did some research on it. And we can get more into that later on, but what I found was 410s. Those 410 engines, I mean, 90's your mid-range, I think.
Really?
I think you can find them at 70, but I think that is not going to be something you're going to run. I don't think the guys running every week are running a $70,000 engine.
No, McFadden had a
running about $110,000 to $120,000 engine.
Yeah, McFadden had one with 4 nights on it for sale for 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a used engine.
Your guys at Farmington are running $12,000 410s.
I was going to say 4 nights. That's only 8 away from a refresh. So if you take 90,000 and you got what is that, 2/3 remaining? So add a third on top. That's 120 off the top. I mean, that's 120. I don't know if that's good math for race motors. It's all over the place when you look at them used, but
well, it's just out of hand. I mean, it's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
But when you look at the price of a refresh, if refresh is $15,000, and you go to a guy that can promise you, or he guarantees X amount of races before you need a refresh, you could swap the value over buying good products up front versus refreshing, I'm just going to say 5 and 10 because that's easy math. But if you're having to refresh every 5 on this one and refresh costs the same as the one that's running 10 races, eventually that cheap motor is going to cost more than that expensive motor. It might take it a while to get there, but you're going to turn that over faster.
We would generally run our 360s 20 nights. And
we ran it the first time by accident 30 nights or probably more.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know if we were told the entire truth of how many nights was on that motor, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We were told 8. I don't think it was 8.
Yeah.
And we ran it.
Used. Yeah.
I think we ran it 29 nights or
it's
something.
Never what they say it is, I promise.
Yeah.
And if it is, you just think
we ran it a lot.
Yeah, we ran the fire out of it. That poor 360, his tongue was hanging out when we were done with it that year.
Old Dan at Westmore built a good piece.
He did. He built a really good piece. I miss Dan. He was a real nice guy. All right, so half that you got a 360. Let's go to the payouts now. So a typical 360 race. Now this is not a ASCS race or like any kind of sanctioned race. This is like a weekly show at Riverside or
not at Riverside. These prices are too high for Riverside.
No, they're the half price. But the payouts, average payouts about $2,000 to win, and it's usually anywhere from $300 to $500 to start.
I think your average payout is reaching 2 when you in a 3. We're at 3. We're still on 360s, right?
Yes.
I think your average payout is 2 when you incorporate the sanctioned races. I don't think you're going to find a $2,000. I don't think your average is $2,000 payout on just weekly racing.
Yeah, but how many people actually travel with the series? That's what I'm saying. A lot of people just race at home.
I know. I'm just saying. I think $2,000 is very generous.
Yeah.
If you go to your local track and you're running for $2,000 on a Friday night, you need to be thankful that your track management is that good.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you. I think that's rare.
I'm not saying that to to start bashing or anything like that.
No.
I just want to get some facts out there because when I watched this video that Brad showed us today, because I had mentioned talking about like trying to break down some costs, talk about it a little bit, and then Brad says, you must have watched that video too." And I messaged him back. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about,
Yeah, I hadn't seen it either.
I hadn't seen it, and then so it just hadn't worked out. But so I knew I wanted to break it down, and I'm just, again, this is just fact. I'm just trying to put it out there that this is what we're racing for. So 2,000 to win. So let's just say you go out there and you do win. And again, I think $3,800 is
that's cheap.
That's cheap. That's very cheap. And if you're competitive enough, you got to be a lot more competitive than that to probably win that race. Just like here at home. You got the Moores, the Hagars, the Skinners. You got all these guys that are tough to beat, and they're spending more than $3,800 a night. Okay, so let's see, where was I going with that? 3,800. We're winning. We're going for 2,000 wins. Say you win a race, and you're
nearly $2,000 in the hole.
I say you're probably spending $5,000 a night, really. And you're winning only 2. Okay. Well, we also
by
didn't.
The time Mama goes over to the concession stand and gets what she wants, you $2,000 in.
We didn't include travel. We haven't included. That was just buying parts. We haven't included. Did we include buying the tires? Pit passes.
We did not include tires.
Well, I don't know if he did or not.
Yeah.
3,800. Yeah, he did.
He did. The 3,800. He did.
Okay.
He did count.
But I mean, years ago. Donnie Cooper.
Yeah.
We were racing somewhere in Missouri, and Donnie was there. He brings the parts trailer to the track, and he didn't have his car. And I said, "You're not running your car tonight?" He said, "No." He said, "Not for what it costs to run it now." This was
several years ago.
This was
it's been a while.
6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Last time I figured it was about $5,000 a night to drop the door." I said, "And I ain't figured it again." He said, "Don't." He said, "It's going to hurt your feelings." I said, "Well, that's why I don't figure it anymore."
Yep.
it's insane. You figure the travel, which fuel has gone down a little bit, but I mean, there for a while it was $1 a mile for the fuel. So if we drove a round trip of 1,000 miles, $1,000 worth of diesel just to drive there and drive home.
Yep.
You know, and they don't count the fact that the tires on the truck cost $5,000 that you're wearing out. You know, it's
That we blew out a couple times.
yeah, at 2 in the
Never happens.
South of St. Louis.
Never happens in the middle of the day.
No, but yeah, I mean, the sprint car tires were $180 when we started 10 years ago.
And now they're $360.
And
Somebody
higher.
told me $330. I don't know. I mean,
Used.
well, I think Larry's at $330 or $340 now.
I don't think they are now.
Oh, they're
I think
not?
They've gone up.
Well, that
I mean,
may have been
unless
something he
he's
had left.
selling-
He may have had something left from last
over
year that he
had,
hadn't
but
sold. Maybe
I don't think he's buying them and selling them for $330.
he may not, because I've been hearing what y'all just said. I've been hearing $360, and heard they was going to be at $400 before the year was up.
Yeah, heard that and waiting for that. I think Brad might have mentioned that a couple
Let's
weeks
just
ago.
put
that
another
they're-
nail in the coffin for the race car drivers.
Yeah.
Well, put a nail in the coffin for not backyard, but down home grassroots racing. Is
Yeah.
up. In that class is over with.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
This is premier.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
we can get into our late model conversation that we had that Brad objected to.
Yeah. Yeah. Break this down for me because this is the one I don't know.
So everybody wants to know why late models are so big. Why everybody, I mean, you can go anywhere and find a late model race. And if you're not in the sprint car community, you kind of don't know about sprint car. I mean, it's fun to watch those cars with the wings go around the track, but I'm here for the late models. That's what you hear a lot of times. And I think my comment that night was that people relate to the stock car body better than the sprint car.
I agree with that.
Because it's a car. But
because that don't look like a car.
right. But then I started looking at the data on it. And the reason people get into late model racing more than sprint car racing is because the cost of entry is half. To get, and I wasn't buying new. I was looking at 410 and I was looking at a mid-pack 410 sprint car, and I was looking at a mid-pack outlaw car or Lucas Oil late model.
I'm gonna be looking at something while y'all are talking. Go ahead and keep talking.
So I didn't want to go to the top tier because everybody knows the top tier you can spend as much as you want on whatever you want. But to get in a car that's going to be competitive, like on these shows that we went to, we'd get in and we'd run with those cars, but had to have a little bit of luck to get up front with those cars. Same type of deal with the late models, and you can literally get in a used setup for half the money if similar setup or similar competitive setup for half the money you get in a sprint car, 410 car, $50,000 to $80,000. A late model car, which I don't know all the classifications for late models because I don't really like late models.
JoJo said 602, 604, limited, and super.
Yeah,
that goes from that's bottom to top.
Well, you can get in a competitive, and I used World of Outlaws, so I don't know if they run the different classes or what, but I was kind of thinking about Bobby Pierce when I did this search. But you can get in cars that'll compete, may not be the top, but they'll compete at that level for 20 to 50. So that shocked me. But then on top of that, every weekend you can find a $10,000 to pay to the winner late model race. One, because the car counts are high.
Right.
But two, I mean, there's like 3 series in the Mid-South that we're all on the edge of the circle where 6 to 8 hours away, it's a $10,000 to win. And that's a long way.
We're in the perfect spot. We're 6 to 8 hours away from everything.
Well, that's true. But within that 6 to 8 hour bubble that we're in, you can go race for $10,000 every single weekend, just about.
All right. So
Then you look at the cost of the car coming in. What you got?
Well, what I was gonna say, I just pulled up Racing Junk because this is where I always look at stuff. So I pulled up Racing Junk and I'm looking at I wish I could put this up there, but I'm looking at a 2012 Rocket dirt late model, It said race ready. My loss is your gain. Don't have time to race anymore is the only reason I'm selling. Engine is an all aluminum 430 Cornet Lightning with only 100 laps on the rebuild. Has new winner's rear end. I can't even pronounce that. Some kind of shocks. Full containment seat. So he's gonna have a seat in it. Car has a blue front end. New generation Burt single shifter transmission. Carbon fiber drive shaft. Really. Rock battery. Everything on the car is brand new. No expense was spared. All high dollar parts. $35,000. Now,
There's
the
one more,
car
there's
that
one more factor that goes into this too.
well, real quick, the car that we got when we started, what did you pay for the 360 in 2012? Do you remember?
It had a
It had a 360.
it had a Westmar that didn't have no races on it, but it did.
Had 8 nights on it.
Yeah, I think it was 28. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't have that many. I want to say I give 25, 30,000 for that car.
See, it seemed like I remember 25, but that was in 2011.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long
The
time
whole
ago.
world's doubled since then.
Yeah, I'm still looking, but that was the first dirt late model that pulled up.
But
As I'm looking,
the other part of that is when you're running a late model. Now, if y'all late model folks are in here listening and you want to correct me, please do. But
yeah, talk to us.
when a late model hits another late model, they got fenders, so they don't typically drive over each other's wheels and tear cars up and go to flipping down the backstretch.
That's another.
They don't do that. When they bounce off the wall, they bounce off each other. They're pretty robust cars. You tire expenses down. Those cars are not as hard on tires as a sprint car is. A lot of times they can run more than one night on a tire, and the cost of the tire is a little bit cheaper. Now, that one can be either which way. You don't say
Their tires harder than the sprint car tires or something because the car's heavier.
I didn't find anything on if they were harder or not, but the heavier does play a factor in it because they don't slip as much.
Didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, they don't slip as much, and they disperse the weight differently than the sprint car. And the power is they're not quite as high on power. Now, some of the supers they're still turned up. So
I don't know why this guy didn't put the engine in here, but he's got a 2015 IRP modified for 10,000 as a roller, and he says basically everything on it's brand new, but it's a 2015. It's just been sitting around. Does have a motor, so would consider selling race ready if the money's right. Well, okay. I don't know why he didn't put everything on here. He doesn't even have it as an option. So you got a roll-in 2015 modified for 10. Right here.
I don't know anything about modifieds, so you're gonna have to lead the conversation.
Well, I don't either.
I really don't know anything about. I really don't know anything about late models. I'm going off. I just did some generic searches and used AI to compile this stuff. And
you used AI?
I did.
As much crap as you give me about AI, you used AI?
I don't give you that much crap about AI. I do give him a little bit of crap about AI.
So you do give me some crap about AI. But
yeah, I used it to simplify some searches and stuff, and that's what I found. I was surprised because I didn't expect the top tiers or entry to the top tiers to be so different between the two.
I wouldn't have thought that.
But when you start looking at racing some of the lower tier, like you think about 410 racing, local 410 racing, where you got to go to race a 410 for $10,000. You about have to go run high limiter outlaws, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean, you very rarely do we have anywhere that we could go in the 410 that we could actually race for good money. Like if it was outside of, like you said, outlaws or high, which we never ran high limit, but I mean, even the Power Eye shows, they were usually 5,000.
I think so.
5,000, 6,000.
Yeah.
But Farmington's like one of the rare ones that's going to have 15,000 to win Queen's Roll this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's unheard of for a single track.
But they're also what? Are they fifth? Or are they the fifth track in the list of that have weekly 410 racing?
Yeah, it was like 8 or something.
8,
it was
5 or 8.
It was very few. We done that last year. It was very few.
Well, they're on that list and they're racing. I mean, they have
Like they're the only one down here. Everything is
They have
all
a
the other racetracks
following.
were way up
Like,
north.
people travel there to go race 410s bi-weekly specifically for that, and they still only have one race a year that's $15,000, and it's a race that has been around for I don't know how many years, for a long time.
Yeah.
So, but then you hop on and you're like, where are we racing for $10,000 at the late model this weekend? Well, there's 4.
Right.
Well, the car counts are 60 at each one of those places too. So it's not necessarily 410's fault. I'm sure if there was 4 tracks that in our area or within that same circle that had 60 cars showing up, I'm sure that they could race for $10,000.
Do you remember
they
how much
wanted
late
to.
model tires were?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I tried to remember. I can't.
I just wonder if they're cheaper. They are cheaper than the sprint car, though.
I can Google it.
Let's see. So I'm looking up. I looked up. I asked Google Gemini. That's the one I use a lot. And I said, give me a comparison in startup cost between a 360 sprint car versus like a limited late model. And so let's see. Hang on. Yeah, it didn't give me a darn total. Total both. We're learning as we go here. That was kind of like what I wanted to do. Like I said, I wanted to post it up there where we could actually,
185 to
see it.
285 per tire.
Really?
Yep.
So a lot cheaper than
And that's your Hoosiers are 240 to 285. That's a national late model tire. Your American racers are the ones that are down to 200.
Come on. I don't know why it's
A little bit smaller than a sprint car tire, a little less material there.
right.
I didn't think it was that drastic,
Right.
but that's 2/3 of the cost of a sprint car tire.
So on this, it's not giving me like the total. It's not breaking it down very good. But anyway, the engine total, like on the 360. See, this is how much I don't think we should really trust this crap too much because it says an engine for the sprint car, 360 sprint car is $10,000 to $20,000.
Yeah,
And
it's probably looking at
the
all
crate
markets.
engine, the
That's
crate,
one-
the crate engine's anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000.
Yeah.
Now that's more accurate.
Maybe that's where the Knoxville guy's getting his motor.
Maybe. Maybe. But that's not right. That's not right. I mean, could you get all the parts and build it yourself for 20?
No. I don't think, no.
I don't think so either.
It's hard to build anything performing. You want to throw a turbo on an LS, you can do that for less than
Well,
5 digits, but anything else, you're gonna spend some money.
Well, you know something else we didn't throw in earlier when we was talking about the cost. We're just talking about the car. We're not even talking about the trailer, the tools you need, fuel, oil, tear offs, cleaning supplies.
He included all that in his 3,800 number.
Did he?
Yeah, he went
you
Okay.
sure it wasn't 38,000 a night?
3,800.
Yeah.
Wow.
3,800.
3,800.
Is Knoxville easier on cars?
No.
No, not at all.
I haven't been to Knoxville, guys.
You've
No.
seen the videos.
I've seen videos
You
of
must
it.
say,
I mean, they just look smooth
Well,
as glass running around there.
They're
Yeah.
hard
Going
on
so
engines,
fast.
period. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, especially for 305.
yeah,
I have heard that. 305's running wide open.
yeah, them
Yeah.
4 305s, their guts are getting sucked out on that big old
Yeah,
place
that place
with
is
wings
hard
on
on
it.
the engine for sure. And if you crash it, it's very hard on the car.
Yeah, and see, that's something else we didn't mention. We didn't
Yeah,
even talk
go
about wrecking the thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I just did a minute ago talking about late models versus sprint
Right.
cars, but you know, late models, you got there and straighten some sheet metal out, and you get back out there and keep running. It ain't that simple. I mean, anytime you do anything to a sprint car, you're gonna have something torn up
Well, and
because they're fragile. They're made so light.
Yeah.
They got to meet these standards, and everything on it's like a dang. It's like a bird.
everything's exposed.
You know, birds have hollow bones to keep their weight down so they can fly. That's what a sprint car is. Everything's hollow on it. It's just ready to break.
That's why it has wings.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Oh, it's like the last time we had to fix a car, you know, which it was a bad wreck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're
Spent
telling me.
10 grand.
Oh no.
I think
16.
I was about to say it was more than that.
Well,
I
I bought
remember right.
I bought 10 grand worth of parts right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm about to say it was closer to 16.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, I try not to think about all
Yeah.
that.
And all that was a wing breaking.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it was no fault of anybody. That's
Yeah.
Keith's engine motor got
Bad
to
board
have
comes
all
off,
the
it's not good.
titanium internals. Oh, I hear you. Did you see that? Keith engine builder says got to have all the titanium internals. Late
Yeah,
model
what's the
tires
set
are
of titanium valves now?
$265.
Couple of
Tire
grand,
from
2 or
who?
3 grand.
For what?
Like a set of titanium intake valves for a sprint car now is probably 2 or 3 grand.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Late model tires are $265 for a tire. So they're $100 cheaper, essentially. And I guess they last longer. They're a harder tire. They got to be a harder tire. I know you were talking about that. It's got to be a harder
and
tire.
kind of like Bo was talking about, the weight's probably distributed better on a late model than it is a sprint car.
Yeah.
But the tire you got a couple of factors going into tearing those tires up. The late models they're not as aggressive putting that power down. I think that's the main difference.
Well, we were at what's that racetrack that I played hooky from work at to go to Illinois? I wasn't working for you. I was working for Lim. I can say that now. Where did we go? It was up in Illinois. It was a MOA show. The late models were there, and Larson was running. World of Outlaw late models were there, and we were running with them. Anyway, whatever.
Lake Ozark, was it?
No, it wasn't Lake Ozark. It was Illinois.
It was Illinois?
Yeah, it was at Tri-City or whatever.
Oh, it was Tri-City.
Yeah, the Tri-City.
Granite City.
Granite City? Maybe it's Granite City.
Well, Granite City, Tri-City is the same place.
Is it?
I'm pretty
okay,
sure.
whatever it is. One of those cities. So, track took rubber. We ran our feature first before they did, and it's pretty slick, whatever. Well, then they went out after us, and that track was as black as that board right there. And took rubber. They were wide open around the bottom, essentially. And Larson was parked not too far from where we were. And I was walking back to the trailer. I went up there to watch, and I was walking back to the trailer, and he pulls in right in front of me. And I looked at the tires, and they didn't even look hurt. You know, they've been out there running 30 or so laps on them tires, and they wasn't even hardly hurt. They didn't look hurt, you know. So I don't know.
Larson was driving a late model?
Yeah, he's driving that 6 car.
This is back when he got in trouble.
Oh.
It was like 2021. So it was the year after. But yeah, he was still racing the 6 car then. But
he had to go back to his roots for a little while.
Yeah, just for a little while. Why did he have to go back to his roots, Bo? Landon Coke says Lance Landers, owner of the Jonathan Davenport car, on a podcast a few weeks ago said to start a national touring team would cost you $2 million. Dang.
For a sprint car?
For a late model.
I think that's probably right. If you're gonna go run every week, I don't think it matters.
Well,
if you're gonna go run every single week, I don't think it matters what car you run. I think that's the kind of money you're looking at.
Yeah, $2
Maybe
million
more.
is their cost. So
You think about the hauler. You think about, getting your equipment. If you're going to run every week, you have to have a hauler to get your equipment where you're going to go. You're not going to want to do that out of a 38-foot trailer.
oh no.
So you throw in, that's, you could spend $1 million on that, easy.
Well, we figured easy. You could spend $1.2 million a year. The sprint car, if you was to go World of Outlaw racing, high limit, or whatever. Or I guess not high limit. They run 50, 60 races compared to Outlaws are 85.
Mhm.
So just figure probably 1.2 for the sprint car if you got everything new. If you bought everything new.
Yeah, and we figured that a while back.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, and then when me and you refigured it, we already had the car.
I bet it's more than that now.
Probably.
Because when we figured that was a few years back.
Well, I mean, but okay, just say each engine you need minimum. I'd say you need at least 6 engines. You need more engines
To
than
run
that
full
to
outlaw?
run full outlaws.
Yeah.
You need more than 6 engines. That's $600,000 by itself.
Tell them why. People may hear that and think that's ridiculous. You need 6 engines to go run. Tell them why you need 6 engines for that.
Well, for one, they're ticking time bombs and they can blow up any time. Okay, I mean, the very first race is Volusia, And I mean, you go to Volusia and wear out an engine, or if it has any kind of problem at all, like
You'll find it.
Yeah, it'll find it. Volusia's gonna find it.
Yep.
So that's one, and Volusia's typical for hurting engines. So that's you need to be prepared for the first weekend.
Well, you got to be able to rotate them out.
Yeah, that's
And how
the
much
other
time
thing.
does it take to get an engine back? If you
Mm.
send the
If
engine off,
you're
how
if-
long does it take it to get it back?
if you're a top tier team, I mean, let's be honest. If you're a top tier team, engine builders kind of pander to you because you're going to spend the most money there. I wouldn't know because we're not that guy. Never was. I know it took about a year to get our 410 back.
Yep. So
Uh,
even if you put a month on it, by the time you ship it from wherever you're at back to your engine builder, they get it, they tear it down. Even if they do it the week they get it, you know, a week back home, a week back, a week there, a week. So 3 weeks.
A lot of times the issue is pistons, or
Yeah.
maybe just parts in general. But I know for a long time it was terrible trying to get a set of pistons. And
When you think about how many
Especially
races happen
Fords.
in 3 weeks during that hot stint, or any stint. I mean, there's only a couple weeks out of the year where you got 3 weeks where it's, we'll probably be okay. We don't really need an extra engine right now, but
Yeah.
you
Well,
know, you're racing 2 times a week, 3
And-
times a week, or
and,
you're running back-to-back weekends where you've got 3-day events. Man, you gotta have stuff on.
a lot of you outlaw guys will change it out after 10 nights.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was about to say. Is that's another reason you need so many,
Once a month, they're changing engine
Yep.
or less.
and that's if they don't have
And
problems.
that's if they don't blow it up or have any issues with it.
They really need they need 8, 10, 12 engines sitting there on rotation, always ready to go. Now that may not be I don't know how many teams are like that. That may not be very common. I don't know.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that the last year Sammy run a full schedule with the Outlaws or whoever. I guess it was the Outlaws. He went and picked up 10 new engines.
Yeah.
10.
I'd say that's a good number to have and sit there in rotation.
I
And
wonder if you get a volume discount.
I would hope so.
If you're buying 80 rods at a time, I mean, even the engine
Yeah.
builder should be
You
able
know,
to
we
get them
could cut you a
calmed down
check
little
for
bit.
$1.3 million or something here. So can you come in a
Give me
little
10%.
flat? Yeah.
Give me
yeah.
10% off.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's just 130,000.
hey, we ought to call Jeff real quick, see if he'll answer the phone.
I'm not calling Jeff right now.
Hey, that was a good podcast when we called Clayton off like just on the spot like that. That turned out pretty good. But
Well,
maybe we could.
Jeff's
ask
an
him.
hour ahead of us too.
Yeah, no, he's not. Is he?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Indiana,
Washington, Indiana. I think
Washington, Indiana's the same time as we are. I
Uh,
thought.
They're
no,
up.
I
They're
think
up.
They are?
Yeah.
he's an hour ahead.
Boy, I
I know
don't
Jeff
They're
pro-
right there on the
Jeff
line.
probably gets up early.
my geography's off.
He'll be dynoing at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
something, you know. So
That would be a fun job. But that would probably be the
you
only
you
fun
don't
part.
like dynoing, remember?
What are you talking about?
If it's yours,
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
that's kinda true.
cringe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be mine. Now, yeah, when I get the, it sounds a lot different in the car versus when it's on that dyno. It does make me kind of, let off, you know.
I love to hear things on the dyno. Matter of fact,
I like them on the chassis dyno.
Yeah,
It sounds better on the chassis dyno. There's
I like
something
it
about
on
it.
a regular.
I don't care. I just like to hear it.
engine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, they sound really good on the chassis dyno. I never got to go to the chassis dyno. He always had to video it for me. I never got to see it.
Matter of fact, the last time Jeff dynoed that 410, when they freshened it, I still got it on my phone. He sent me
Really?
a video.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dang. Yeah, I never got to go to the chassis dyno, not one dang time. And how many did you go? I mean, you went a bunch of times. We were taking our Fords. That was another fun time. So that was when our cost was up because the Fords are, you know,
We didn't
parts
break
wasn't-
but 6 times in 7 nights.
yeah, the parts weren't very common either. You know, and the Ford stuff, the Chevrolet
No.
stuff was a lot more common.
Yep.
You know, so when we were trying to run Fords, it was a lot more expensive to do that. But at the time, it was kind of worth it because they were so much stouter than the rest of the field.
Yeah, they had a CC rule. The intake runners on the Ford is not as long as a Chevrolet, and you could have the same CC head Ford as you could Chevrolet. So you can make a lot more horsepower with Ford.
Yep.
But they fixed it.
They did fix
They
it.
fixed it.
Yeah, they fixed it because now the Ford.
I don't
Oh,
know what
really?
the Ford does. Don't want to know what the Ford does.
you know,
I
I
know what
don't-
it does do.
Yeah,
It breaks.
it breaks. And you don't
Sorry,
really hear,
Bo. I know you're a Ford guy, but
and you don't really hear nothing about the Fords very much anymore.
they drive different too.
Yeah,
They drive so different. That's something we didn't even consider, and that we was terrible at first with Ford. It was like
oh,
the
we
car
were
was so tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Wasn't
car.
that part of Donnie Shott's excuse on why he wasn't any good in
Yeah.
that car?
Hey, I'm not gonna say he's lying, man. They
Well,
drive
he's
different.
been driving pretty
He's been
good.
pretty good this year.
This year, the couple times we've seen so far, he's been running top 10. So
Now nothing changed though, because they swapped back to Chevrolet
Yeah.
just to kind of shut that up. But I think there was a lot more going on at the time because they had some stuff going on behind closed doors, and I think that was making them the way they were. So kind of hard to say what made things bad, what made things good over there. Um, but yeah, I think there was a big difference because, like he said, we didn't change anything setup wise. We kind of had a pretty good baseline, and then when we put them Fords on, that car was tight.
It was terrible.
But man, there was one night that we laugh about when we think about it. Howard and Derek were behind me. I don't know if it was a feature heat race. I don't know what it was, but car was so tight it wouldn't
It would go through the
turn for
corner.
nothing.
Looked like a dump truck.
That
going.
Howard and Derek would catch me in the corner real fast, but then down the straightaway. But I'd gap them just as much as they gained on me in the corner.
That
'Cause
Ford would run now.
Yeah, that
it
Ford
would run.
run. The very first night we ran it, we put the same gear as we did the 360. Go out there for hot laps or heat race or something.
I don't remember.
As sucker turned 9,300. I come back in, he looked attacked, and I thought he was going. He turned as green as my hoodie. Changed the gear real fast.
Yeah, don't need that.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anything else on the cost? Did we miss anything? So where did we really land?
if we
on
missed
that?
anything, it just makes the differential bigger.
Yeah.
But it's we've been talking about it, and we said it on the show a lot last year. It's becoming NASCAR 2.0. You're not going to be able to run this. You're going to have to go. Stock cars are still a thing, but you can't go run NASCAR. To start off, you could. Start off, anybody could go run NASCAR. And up until probably the early 90s, anybody could go run NASCAR. And up until
it was
the
common for people to build their own stuff and go compete for a long
and up
time.
until the early 2020s, you could go run World Outlaws.
Well, until the Outlaws made the rule where you could only run the same right rear all night unless you had to run a B main. I remember we were at East Bay, and Bell was driving Holbrook's car. That was 360s though.
That's 14.
Yeah, no, it was 360 because we were there.
We was racing?
Yeah, we were racing.
Oh, okay.
Every time that car.
I thought you were talking about the night we went to watch the Outlaws.
No, I'm talking about the night we were racing at East Bay.
Oh, okay.
Every time Holbrook's car hit the track, I don't care from hot laps to heat race, it had 2 new tires on the back of it every time. So it wasn't Outlaws, so I can't. But yeah, they went through, 6 tires.
Yeah, we were
8.
stupid. We should have been at the back of that trailer that whole night.
Hey,
we should have just been waiting.
Just pulling tires.
Hey,
Yeah.
we finished third one night doing that.
Yeah, we did. We had a good night. We
In Texas.
Yeah, went to Texas Motor Speedway. Everybody kept throwing out old tires. And it's like, screw this. And we started walking around. We was picking up everybody's junk and racing their junk.
Well,
and finished
we
good.
got their hot lap tires though. They were pretty darn good. But
Yeah.
we had so many tires stacked up around our trailer that next morning. It was crazy.
We looked like a tire shop. We had a bunch of tires stacked up over
I think we
there.
finished third that night, didn't we?
I don't remember where we finished. It was up there though.
You passed Sammy on the last lap.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we finished third.
Yeah. I'm glad you remember that. All right. But the point is what I was trying to say is like the gap of our costs at where we're at now, because we're still getting paid the same. Like with these races, we're paying $2,000. The national race that we won in 2016 was $4,000, and I don't think it paid. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Brad. As far as I know, Brad's in the comments. He could probably look this up or tell us. He might know, but the last I checked, that hasn't changed. I think they're still paying $4,000 to win a national show.
Which one paid $5,000?
That was
Fairgrounds.
That was Sedalia.
Sedalia.
Well, see, that was an ASCS sanctioned race, but it was a regional race, but it was like a special, you know,
Right.
and we won that race too. But that's one of the few times that we've gone somewhere and felt like we actually broke even or actually made a little something, you know.
Yeah.
But that was 2016. It's been 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
You know, so
The payouts hadn't changed, and high limit has brought some change in that, but it's not trickling down. There's no, and I think there's just no way. I mean, it's not like when high limit comes to town, they also bring these sub series in that bring money to the track. Where when high limit comes to town, or outlaws, I'm saying high limit because it's my favorite, but either one of them come to town, they're not bringing 3 classes underneath that you can come run and get money out of. They're not bringing a 360 and a 305 class where local people can come out and compete for a little bit bigger purse. Not doing any of that. It's just making the top tier bigger, which is separating it out. And it is one thing, we talk bad about NASCAR in that aspect, but you think about Daytona Speed Week, how much of NASCAR style racing was going on in Florida at the time. I mean, how many drivers did you see come race late models, modifieds, both supers and sportsmen? There was all kinds of drivers, NASCAR drivers, racing down and racing in those smaller leagues, or not smaller leagues, but lesser cars. Well, there's none of that. There's none of that in the sprint car world.
yeah, they're not coming. David Gravel's not getting a 360 and coming down around with us.
No, absolutely not.
No.
And there's none of it. They're not even promoting things. Whereas I know NASCAR didn't come out and say, "Go watch the World Series of asphalt." They didn't come out and say it, but when you have that many drivers from your series go race over here, people are going to come watch it because they're going to have their driver. They're going to watch their driver race.
Mm-hmm.
Stormy said that Arizona paid $6,000 to win this weekend, but even still,
and that's a big weekend.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
Burnt $20,000 worth of diesel getting it.
Yeah.
If you're running from out here over there, that's not a.
I was gonna say you can't justify it. Which, I mean, I guess you really can't justify any of it unless you have sponsorship,
Yeah.
Well, but if there is a business model to make it work, but you can't do it unless you're going to run the top, and to get your feet wet doing that. That's where I don't even think it comes down to sponsorship. I think it comes down to the business of it. You have to be connected.
The tow money and all that good stuff. You got to.
I don't think you can do it without a connection. I think you could have all the money you wanted, and maybe you could get a car on track, but I don't think you can do it without a connection.
You got good enough sponsors, you can.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I guess.
If a sponsor pays for everything,
But man, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And what return are they going to get out of it if you're going to go? Right. If you're not going to be
they're going to get a ton of return, Bo. What are you saying?
Well, I mean, they would get a ton of exposure. That's one thing that. That's one of the reasons I like high limit so much.
I mean, people will be beating the door down at their business Monday morning.
Well, yeah, you're right.
So Keith Ainsworth, and see, this is why we talked about that's the OCRS, because this is what needs to happen. We brought this up earlier this year, probably late last year, whenever the news come out. But OCRS,
we threatened to do it.
Yeah, we threatened to do it. Because it's paying so good. The OCRS has got the $20,000 win at Arrowhead here in a few weeks, or April 4th.
For a 305.
For a 305.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you could literally go buy one off Facebook and make money on that race.
Yeah, if you win, I don't remember the payout all the way through, all the way down to, last place that makes the feature.
I'll be honest, I've seen 305 sprint cars on rollers that, not rollers, runners that are race ready. Now, I understand what that means. I'm not an idiot. But you can get, and when I say this, you'll know, you can get a running 305 for cheaper than some of the stock cars I've looked at on Marketplace. I'm talking about a stock car.
Well, that doesn't entirely surprise me, though.
But that's what I'm saying. And then you can go run it for 20 grand?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to likely win with that car.
But you can run for it. I promise you. If you
You
go,
can make
if you
some
go,
laps in the same race as the winner.
you go buy that $20,000 stock car.
Right.
You ain't gonna run for. You gonna run for $500. You
Okay.
might
Right.
win, but you
Yeah.
run for 500. Start
Yeah.
money with that 305 is 500.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, some of these guys are spending 30 grand on 305s now,
Yeah, and I mean even
more.
even spending 30. It's a hobby that you like. You got to spend the money on. I mean, it's a hobby, so you're gonna spend your money on it.
Well,
But 30 grand is not that much money when it comes down to racing for that much money. And that's
the
here.
thing with us too is you got to remember, like, maybe not everybody's like this, but I know we are. Like, we don't have anything else we're into. We're not going to the lake. We ain't got side by sides. We ain't got all this other stuff that we like to do. This is what we like to do. So this is where our money goes. So, you know, and I'm gonna say most people, like, are like us. This is where they spend all their money. So they plan for it. I'm sure. It's a hobby to most people. So if they don't mind spending the extra money.
You got rich people like Barry and BJ Zimmerman.
Got that right.
They hunt, fish, race,
Yeah.
skeet, shoot, do it all.
It was really funny because who was it that gave you a hard time about racing?
Mark Wall. Hope you're listening, Mark. But yeah, Mark was giving me crap about us racing, and
This is a long time.
this
ago.
is legit story, And he said, "Man, why you spend all that money racing?" I said, "You fish?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You ski?" "Yeah." "Got the same boat?" No, I got 2 different boats. Well, then he had another boat to go duck hunting. Then he had 4-wheeler to go deer hunting, and I mean, just he duck hunt, deer hunt, and
Why you
I
spend all
think
that money?
I think he even quail hunted, and fishing and skiing, and you got more toys than I got, brother.
Before it was over with, they figured up their costs, and he was spending more.
Mark was spending more than I was. He said, "Never mind."
But at least with us, we're winning money. We can get something back, or at least we
Well,
used to could, or at least felt like we could.
Maybe. I mean, you're racing $1,500 in a sprint car, racing $1,500 every weekend. You get a little bit back if you win. How many races did we finish last year?
I don't remember. I don't
I
remember.
do.
3
How many?
or 4?
What about to say we only ran like 10 races, didn't we? Or less?
Did we run 10?
Was it
Yeah.
that many?
Yeah, 10.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
10, and then maybe I can't remember if 10 is with running Ronnie's car or not.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think our car ran that much.
I think that our car didn't finish 8.
Didn't finish 8 races.
I think that's right.
Oh, I don't think it finished 4. I think it finished.
I mean,
3.
I think it DNF'd 8 races.
Yeah, because
That's what I was saying.
we broke it. We broke it Batesville. We had the flat tire at Magnolia. What else? I mean, we didn't run that very much. We wrecked at Riverside.
Yeah,
Me and Howard got together.
Wrecked it.
I pulled out at Peevely
The first
the
night.
first night, and then
I wish
didn't
we'd
make
have
it-
pulled out the
wish-
second night.
I wish we'd have just came home
Yeah.
the next day because I made a straightaway.
That's when in car the radios would have been handy. I could have told you down the back, says, "Hey,
Hey,
get out
stop,
the
stop,
get
stop,
out the gas. The wing just come apart."
Yeah, that was a terrible feeling to.
Because
Like,
when the
wow.
sideboard went flying through the air, I was like, "This ain't good."
Yeah, I just remember going into that corner, and I'm like, why is the car not turning? And it just like I'm sitting there hopping up the racetrack, but I don't know if we've answered the question or not.
I don't think we finished a race in our car.
Yeah.
I don't think we finished.
No, we finished.
I think we finished one.
We
Did we?
finished. Yeah, we finished.
Well,
something.
I think it was one race,
Yeah.
but I can't remember which one it was.
If it wasn't,
Do I need to go get our book?
No, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
It was just like,
But the car's good. The car's really good, and it's for sale.
Well, we didn't have
We
a
had-
car issue.
No, it wasn't a car. It was always
Or it
something dumb. Like
I was gonna say it was usually just something out of our control.
well, I think 3 of them were race incidents, and then the rest of them were parts or tires or parts or
Yeah.
like not hard parts.
Like I said, I got caught up in an accident.
No.
It was just terrible luck. We just had some terrible luck.
Yep.
But
that's an understatement.
yeah, but I don't know if we completely answered the question of the cost, how much the cost was. But
$100 grand.
if you bought everything new,
$150 if you buy it used.
And you're gonna get, if you go around a 360 show, just know you're probably getting anywhere from $300 to $400 to start, $300 to $500 to start. That's if you make the race. You might get $150 if you don't.
Yeah. I'm not one of the
plan accordingly.
I'm not one of the people that thinks that you ought to leave the racetrack with more money in your pocket than you
Keith,
started
that was in somebody else's car. We're talking about mine, our car. We were talking about our car, like if we finished in our car. He said I finished 8th at Atwood. Yeah, I mean, I think I finished for just about everybody else as long as their car didn't break. Bobby Jones, the drag link come off at Atwood the second night at Atwood.
The first night the car spun in front of you and collected us on the start.
We had a flat tire, but we changed it. And that's when we finished 8th.
Yeah, we went to rear and come back to 8th.
That's when we finished 8th. And then Ronnie's car, we broke at Riverside. It's the last time I ever run a sprint car. The right front radius rod, the bolt come out, and I pulled in. I made 2 laps. And that was the last time I drove one.
That's what the whole year was.
It really was.
The whole year.
Which, me and Ronnie probably should have talked less and worked on the car more the night before. We sat there and talked.
Imagine that.
I couldn't imagine.
I think
Ronnie
there's a 4-hour podcast somewhere. Same thing.
Yeah, pretty close to a 4-hour podcast. It felt like a 40-hour podcast. But yeah, I don't know if we answered that question or not. But
the point is, it's never going to be free. Racing is never going to be free.
You better have a good sponsor.
But it could be, if you're going to lose it, you're going to lose it in the form that we know it if the payouts don't get a little bit better to take. I mean, I don't think anybody has a problem going and buying the car they want to run. That initial expense. And I don't think they have a problem getting to the track if the money is there for them to potentially win. Yeah. Even if they never, ever win, chasing that money, like, if I do win, I'm not going to have to pay for it this week. It sure makes the week a lot better.
Well, it's just like though when we started, that's what we were talking about. Tires were $180 when we started. Okay, well if we got, if we made the show and we finished 7th and I got, $700, well the offset the cost a lot better. And now $700 is like, well, we just barely paid for those 2 tires. At least before we were buying a little bit of fuel, or we're buying fuel for the car, buying fuel for the truck. We could, or pit passes. We could kind of offset it, and it made a little bit more sense. It was okay.
I expect to spend money.
Yeah, I expect to spend the money.
I just don't expect to spend that much.
Well, you don't expect to get nothing.
Yeah.
We're essentially getting nothing because $500 is not what $500 used to be.
No.
$1 million is not what $1 million used to be.
That's right.
So, it's just the pay's got to go up. You're again. I'm not.
Everything else has.
Yeah, everything else has. We got to get paid more.
I think.
I just realized something.
Needs it. The sport needs it to go up.
Farming and racing are a lot alike.
All of it operates on credit.
Well, that, we still get the same thing for soybeans we was 30 years ago,
Yeah, and the input cost is more than double.
Astronomical. Oh, way more.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember when you could buy a new tractor for $15,000. Now a new tractor is $500,000.
Your age.
Yeah. Hey, it was.
When was that?
1980.
Yep.
Hey, that was about 46 years ago. 4640. You could buy one for about 16,000, I think. Somebody might correct me on that.
Now, what's that tractor cost?
Well, they're a lot
Same
bigger
money.
now, but
that tractor still costs the same amount of money today.
I bet you can't buy a 4640. Not a good one for 15,000. I bet you can't.
You thinking more?
I bet you it's more.
Probably is.
I know I got a buddy man had 2 of them. And I think he sold one of his. I think he sold one of his for 25,000.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And these new, which they're a lot bigger, a lot nicer, and all that. But a new tractor like that now is $400,000 or $500,000.
Yep.
Wow. I think a brand new cotton picker now is $750,000.
It's $1 million.
Is it $1 million now?
Well, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I ain't got to worry about buying one.
Yeah.
And cotton is
the roll bale.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'd plant a single stalk of cotton. There's no way.
Yeah, University of Tennessee come out with their projections for. They take your average yield and input cost and the price of now and what they expect you to make off your crops for this year. Everything's negative. Corn, cotton,
believe it.
soybeans, wheat, it's all negative. I'm sorry, I
You
didn't mean to
can-
get off the farming.
Well, I mean, it's all
You
all
can
the same.
thank your government. They're
Yeah.
probably the reason to blame for racing costs going up so bad
Yeah.
too.
Keith said May 10th we were ninth at Riverside, so we finished ninth.
Yep.
Thanks, Keith. Oh God. Oh man. Yay, we got a top 10.
Yee!
I forgot. I tried to mentally block out last year.
I
think.
knew we had a.
I knew we had finished somewhere. I just couldn't.
We had a really good car every time we unloaded last
Yeah.
year. I'm talking about
Yeah, I
a
can't
good
really
car.
remember a time in the last 3 years where I didn't feel really confident about our
When
car.
we unloaded, the car was good every night.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the competition around here is hard.
Yeah.
It's tough. Guys
Well,
around
we
here are tough.
just had DNFs.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah. Well, we spent the whole hour and 20
We've been here an hour and 20 minutes.
on the cost
Mm-hmm.
on the cost
That's-
alone.
Ain't even got time. We didn't. I got some notes, but they ain't.
Was it anything worth bringing up?
I think the only thing worth bringing up was Austin Hill's Lightning McQueen moment on Saturday night.
Wasn't that pretty cool? That was pretty cool
I don't know
save.
if any of y'all didn't watch I almost said Xfinity O'Reilly race, Austin Hill, his last lap, Austin Hill and Ross Chastain were running, and Austin Hill held a line that Chastain had a run in to block him, and it wasn't late, and Chastain didn't do anything wrong either, but they weren't square when they touched, and it sent Austin in the infield, and that dude slid. He ended up finishing. He was running first, coming around turn 3. It happened in turn. No,
Yeah, it's turn 3.
it was turn 3.
Going in turn 3.
That's right.
Mhm.
Going in turn 3, he got the bump.
It was a heck of a save. I mean, he could
mean,
easily overcorrected and
dude.
turned right in front of the whole field. And I mean, he saved. It was awesome.
Perfect.
It was one of the,
Finished
it was,
well.
It was one of the coolest saves I've ever seen.
I got to see that.
It was pretty
It
cool.
was sick. I was expecting like him to come back up the track, collect 5 or 6 cars, and have a big pile up. Now everybody drove around him. I mean, a lot of people deserve credit on that too. But for somehow, it's probably because he ran through the grass. That kept it in his tires didn't get too hot running through the grass, because he was able, once he got that nose back around, that tire locked in, and he finished the turn and ended up being 12.
One of my favorite moments from the
sick.
weekend was this was breaking news on Sunday. There's an article I pulled up. It says Japan dive bombs New Zealand today on the east coast of the U.S. And I don't know if you can see that. It's a picture of Kyle Larson going across the nose of SVG. What does the Chaz call him? I can't remember. Oh man, I wish I could remember. Oh, the Panda Express, the restaurant, the fast food chain or whatever.
Yeah.
He calls Kyle Larson the Panda
That's hilarious. I
Express.
haven't heard him say that.
Yeah, he calls it the Panda Express. Yeah, Larson driving across SVG nose was pretty funny to
I
me.
wish I could remember what Bobby Kraft's mother called him.
Oh,
She'd always say something
Yeah.
about him. They didn't do him right.
that little Japanese guy or something.
I can't remember
I
it,
can't
but it
remember.
was it was funny.
Pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
If you're listening, Bobby, let us know.
Yeah. And then this was something else that come out today. IHRA surpasses 110 sanctioned tracks, becoming global leader in drag racing facility sanctioning. 110 tracks. We've officially reached 111 sanctioned drag racing facilities worldwide, making the largest sanctioned track base in IHRA history and establishing IHRA as the global leader in drag racing facility sanctioning. This milestone represents a 70% increase over the last season. Golly, Bill. And the most significant year-over-year
Go get him,
growth
Daryl.
our organization has ever recorded. Since December alone, 58 new tracks have been chosen to join the IHRA family. This total
Those aren't sanctioned tracks. Read the rest of it. Those aren't even included.
This
in
total
the
does
sanction.
not include facilities recently acquired by IHRA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty wild.
If you're gonna have clients, if you could pick 2 clients in the world to have, you'd want them to be Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And this guy has that, and
He ain't got one of them. He got both of them.
Yeah, and it shows.
I will say that we were talking about high limits exposure and how good that is, but IHRA, whoever they partner with for all this stuff, media wise, that's going to be an interesting thing to watch, because whoever gets that partnership, whoever gets the media rights to their stuff, if they put it in a package deal like Flo's done with Lucas, or High Limit, or Outlaw's done with, let's be honest, Dirt Vision's terrible compared to every other streaming platform out there, if you ask me. But
Well, so here's
whoever they lock in, it's fixing to get pretty. It
Well,
could get interesting.
Here's something that Chaz said. I think I've said this a couple times on here, but there's Chaz's delivery. I've said it numerous times. Chaz's delivery is probably, it makes him entertaining. It's why people click on his stuff. It's why they watch him. But he's right a lot of the times. One of the things he's right about is you cannot introduce new fans when there's a pay window. Okay, if I've got to pay for Flow or Dirt Vision and I don't know if I'm gonna even like it or not, I'm probably not gonna do it. And something like with IHRA, with the late model series that we're running with this year, anybody watching right now, you could turn over to, if you've got I can't remember what all they were, and I could look it up, but go to their website. It'll tell you how you can find the race. Yep. So if you have Amazon Prime, like I know that's one of them. If you have Amazon Prime, you can go on there and turn on live TV and go to Speed Sport, and you can watch our race at no cost.
You can hop online, type in Speed Sport, and pull up. You have to make a profile sometimes, depending on what you're trying to watch.
Yeah, I don't.
If you don't, but sure. it's a free profile. They just want you to log in, and it's so they can track you and sell your information, probably. But everything else is doing it, so don't worry about
that. Yeah, don't worry.
Nothing new.
Yeah, nothing new. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier.
But the volume they're bringing, with that much volume, it's creating the exposure that you may not have to have a paywall. People may pay you to have that exposure. It may bring enough, there may be enough contact that a brand comes and says, hey, we see how much exposure you're getting. Can we buy some of that so that our people that are paying us to get exposed can get some of that? It'll be interesting to see that. On that note, just to point out how bad Dirt Vision is, I've hopped on YouTube a couple times lately, and I'm a Flow subscriber. I hop on YouTube and I see a Flow race, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a live race? Yeah. They're playing the same race that I'm paying to watch on YouTube for free.
I think they do they'll do hot laps and maybe qualifying and stuff.
This was a feature.
It was a feature.
This was a feature
what
race.
Feature?
I don't know what race it was. It was a couple weeks ago, so it may have been World Series of Asphalt, but it was a feature race that they were running.
Okay, well, I don't know if they were having any issues, but I know like during the Chili Bowl,
they weren't having issues because I hopped on my Flow and clicked on it to make sure that's the same thing.
Dang it, Bo! I'm trying to make sense of it. Quit.
I'm just telling you, you hit on something and Flow's capitalizing on it. You cannot get fans you cannot get them to pay without exposing them up front. So Flow putting that on YouTube. They need to know what they're getting into. Flow putting that on YouTube is what they're doing. They're giving you an outlet. Now they're not going to show everything. They might not have been showing the show. I don't remember what night I'm pretty sure it was World Series of Asphalt. I don't remember what night, but it might have been like 602 mods on there.
Oh, because they're any less important, Bo.
Well, they're not. They're not the top tier. I mean, it's like they're still mods. They're still really good. Got a lot of good drivers. It was good racing.
Mods are race cars too,
but it wasn't I'm a mod fan, so.
You just said earlier you did like modifieds.
No. I'm talking about asphalt modifieds. Oh. I'm not talking about. I'm not a big fan of dirt modifieds.
How do you feel about pavement late models?
I like pavement.
I'm gonna say I hope you're into that because you have no choice to be now, and you don't either.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of super late models.
Oh, am I going?
Lately. Apparently.
Really?
Did you see the video that Brad made of us this week?
Yeah. We're going to talk, Brad. We got to talk.
Thankfully, we don't have live pit stops.
That we wouldn't make it if we did. I don't think. I don't know how I get off the spotter stand and down to change tires.
Yeah, if I got to fuel it and put 4 tires on, it's just
It's not. You're done.
do we get a break in there?
I'll have to.
You think we can pay the guys in the pit next to us? Hey, when you're done, come over and help us out real quick. Here's $100.
I'll have to get out and go help him. I'll be over there jacking
You probably
the
get
car up.
disqualified for getting
Probably
out of the
so.
car.
Yeah,
We're gonna get a real tall box with a
That's stubborn.
turntable on it, and I'm gonna spot you from the inside, and your dad's just gonna sit there spin me, and I'm just gonna
Until about lap 10, he gets dizzy and
Yeah.
falls off.
wait till I gotta come off the top of that box for a pit stop.
He'll be servicing the wrong car.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, everything IHRA is doing. I mean, it's kind of exciting. It's exciting. It's always exciting to do something new or get into something new. But I mean, everything they got going, I'm kind of excited to be a part of it. And I know we're talking about drag racing in this case, but golly, they're involved in everything now. You know,
Yeah.
they just set a 70% increase over last season. You know,
I mean, they're going to have rodeos, truck pulls,
Yeah.
drag racing,
concerts,
asphalt racing.
all kinds of stuff.
And
You know, it's just insane what they're doing.
Speaking of, did y'all know RCR has a rodeo team?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Austin
I've
Dillon
known
has
it
been at the
for-
PBR for.
I've known it for a
long
while,
time.
but
Yeah.
it just hit me when you said rodeos. I'm like, why? NASCAR needs to do that. Have a rodeo on Saturday night between races or something. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
They don't like Richard Childress, though. He's a, what'd they call him? You don't have to say it on here.
Stupid redneck. Yeah, I mean that's what they called him.
we need to get Richard on here. He'd fit right in there.
He would. He would. And you know he probably down to earth guy. He seems like he would be. But that's pretty much all I got.
Everybody takes his watch off before he give you a whooping.
Trust me, I don't want to. I don't want to try to even fight Richard Childress. I like Richard Childress just fine. But well, this was fun. Thanks for coming.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, you got 12 feet. Go back to your house and you can go lay
Can
down
you
and go
drive
to
me
bed.
home? Somebody drive me
I'll
home.
carry, I'll carry you home.
All
It's been
right.
a long night for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we appreciate y'all listening. We're fixing to head out. If you already haven't, please subscribe, like, share, do all the things. Go and follow us on all our socials. We might have another guest next week. Maybe Brad will be back. You know, everybody in this house. Is
Brad's
sick.
racing next weekend, so he better be back.
Said by say, see,
Better be
that's
back
right.
next week. We're
Yeah,
gonna,
we
we're gonna
got-
get our first race update
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah, we finally get to talk about somebody's race. That'll
Yep.
be awesome. We still got. I think I counted 27 days.
Is that all?
27 days.
Yeah, it's closing pretty quick.
Little less than that before we're supposed to go.
Closing pretty quick.
So ours will be here before you know it. Also, real quick, Caden wanted to make sure I mentioned it. Caden's book is we confirmed at her website. She approved it today. So her website will be done pretty soon. The book's coming out April 5th, but you can, as soon as that website goes up, we'll let you know, and you can pre-order her book on her website. So that's coming up pretty soon too. But guys, thanks for listening, and we will see you guys next week. Say it.
Let her eat.
Let her eat.
I gotta swap to the socials here.